This podcast contains paid advertisements, but more on that later. Welcome to the O'Connor Bootstrap Podcast, where I discuss how you can grow your business by the bootstraps. This applies to all entrepreneurs, from the person just starting up to the one that is already well established. My goal is to help you grow. I am your host, Isaiah O'Connor.
So today's sponsor is one of my favorites, and that is Audible. What is Audible.com? Audible is a repository of audiobooks. If you're really busy and you don't have time to sit down and read a good book, read a business book, personal growth book, read a novel for relaxation, you just don't got the time that you used to, like I do, uh, it's a great way to get information and relax. You can listen to it while you clean the house, while you're driving around to and from work, or taking a jog, or whatever else you do. It's a way to be able to keep going and keep listening and keep learning and growing without having to sit down and read. Although that's very nice when you get a chance, but right now I have a 3-year-old and a 7-year-old, and sitting down and relaxing with a good book doesn't happen very much these days. So I use Audible. Now, what's Audible pricing? Well, right now they've changed it up a little bit, which is really kind of cool. They have an Audio Plus and an Audible Premium Plus package. With the Audible Plus, it's only $7.95 a month. You get unlimited listening to select audiobooks, Audible Originals, podcasts, and more. And that's $7.95 a month. And it's basically a book streaming service, which is really nice. But then you can also get the Audible Premium Plus, which you get all the same content as Audible Plus, but then you also get one title of your choice per month that you keep, and you also get 30% off all additional premium titles in the store, so you can go get those if you want to add them on. And the cool thing is, if you get a title and you use a credit and buy a book, or you buy a book, you keep them forever and ever and ever. And even if for some reason you have to shut off, I've had a couple of times where I've had to shut down my Audible account because money got tight. And all my books I bought are still there. I'm able to go listen to them at any time I want, go download them. They're really nice. And if the book comes with something, if you go do like the great courses and you listen to a course on the Vikings, they also come with PDFs to download with them. So it's very nice. Go check them out, audible.com. And if you use the link in the description, it helps us out. Now, let's get into this. So, today I'm going to continue with my series of what's holding you back. And today I'm going to talk about how a sense of entitlement can hold you back. Now, is it possible for you to succeed if you feel entitled? Yeah, sure, it's possible. I've seen people succeed with a sense of entitlement, but it can make things more difficult and it can hold you back from reaching your full potential. Now, to start off with this, I decided to go revisit an old cartoon that I grew up watching. Just a short little Disney short from way back when. I don't even know when it was made. It was really early color, early Disney. Silly Symphonies, 1940s, 50s, I don't know, old. But tells the classic story of the ants and the grasshopper. And it starts out where it's about hard work, but then the grasshopper does have a bit of a sense of entitlement. And I don't know if you've seen this cartoon, but if you know the story, you can look it up. It's over on YouTube. Just go the, the grasshopper and the ants, Disney or whatever. But it starts off, and the grasshopper is a freeloading, happy guy. It's spring. There's lots of food. He's eating food, drinking water. He doesn't have to worry about working, and he's kind of a slacker. And his song goes something along the lines of "The world owes me a living." And I'm not going to sing because I don't want you guys to stop listening to my podcast, so I will spare you me attempting to sing. But the world owes me a living, and then he decides that he's not going to work hard, and then he goes around and tries to get everyone else to try to go and just dance and sing with him and not save up food for winter. And of course, the ants are busy, hardworking ants and save up food for the winter, and when the winter comes, the grasshopper learns the hard way that there's now no more food, there's no warm place for him to live, and he just about freezes to death. And the ants are nice and kind, and because they prepared, they were able to save him, defrost him, and help him out, and he learned his lesson. Cute kids cartoon. But going into that, it wasn't just that he was lazy, but he also felt entitled, that the world owes you a living. And if you feel like the world owes you a living, the world owes you your success, that it's the world that everyone else owes you and you don't have to do anything, it's this whole thing of, well, just because I exist, I deserve success. Or, to go back into last week, a sense of victimhood. I've seen a lot of people who suffer, and because of their victim status, where they feel like, oh, I've had this bad thing happen to me, now I'm a victim, they can gain a sense of entitlement of, well, now that I'm a victim, well, I must be entitled to this or that or the other thing. And sure, there might be times where you're a victim of something and you're entitled to something. A drunk driver runs into your car and destroys your car. You're entitled to compensation. And being entitled to something justly is not what I'm talking about. It's the sense of, well, because I exist, because of my pain, or whatever excuse you find, you feel like people owe you your success. People need to do what you want to succeed. And it's very basically it's a self-centered, selfish view on life. And yeah, you can succeed with that. Matter of fact, a lot of people with a sense of entitlement often succeed. But the thing is, these people that have a strong sense of entitlement, that do find some success, never quite reach their full potential. It holds them back from really achieving. And again, everyone's going to probably be going crazy at this point. Back to that book, Good to Great by Jim Collins, over on Audible. You can go listen. Use the link. Um, he talks about level 5 leaders, level 4 leaders. A level 5 leader is humble. A level 4 leader is not. A level 4 leader is often has a sense of entitlement. They got this, and it wasn't just something they earned, but it was something that they deserved, very well deserved, and they felt like they were special because of it. And because of this, well, I deserve this because of this and this reason, or this or that reason. And this self-centered, self-focused view on things, it kept them from really hitting that level 5 status. And I've seen it all the time. I've seen people who get in the victimhood mentality want people to just give them things or bend to their will just because they're a victim and they feel like they're entitled to some sort of compensation from someone who has sometimes nothing to do with it, just because, oh, I'm a victim and now you must give me this or that or the other thing. I've seen people do that, and it holds them back because instead of getting up and dusting themselves off and going out and making a difference and actually succeeding, they sit around and they wait for other people to step up for them, and they just sit around and wait. I have family members like this. We all have a family member kind of like that. And they want something, they feel like they deserve something just because they're a family member. And, oh, aren't you going to help me out? And I've had such a rough time, and you really should help me out because you're family, and you really, really need to help me out. And sure, you might help them out because you feel sorry for them, but they are always coming back because they feel like they're the victim. Life's just so rough, and you try to help them out, but then they still make bad choices, and they still feel like they deserve your help because they're family. And it can be a vicious cycle. And I've seen it time and time again in my family, with some of my friends' families. It happens. It's a sense of entitlement. Uh, and even you can see in Hollywood sometimes movies like the movie The $1 Million Baby. Great movie, incredibly sad movie. Um, Too sad for me to ever watch again. I think I watched it once, but you see it in the movies where somebody from a poor family gains success, and the poor family gloms on and starts demanding that the rich person takes care of them because they're the ones who raised them, and they feel like they're entitled to their successful family members' money and wealth because, well, weren't they family? And in these movies, it's very clear they never succeed because if you're entitled, you never learn it. You never learn how to fly by yourself. You keep getting fed and you get fat, can get fat and lazy, and you don't really succeed. Now you can. I've seen some people do it, but then when they do succeed, they become so selfish that they never quite reach past that level 3 or 4 leader level. Now, how do you fight back with a sense of entitlement? Well, you need to come back with a sense of gratitude. You need to learn to be grateful for everything. Grateful just to be breathing, grateful for any success you have. You might be grateful because you were born to a family that stayed together. You were raised with a loving mom, dad, or in a good neighborhood, or you went to a good school, and you didn't deserve it in these. You were born into these nice things, or even if you weren't born in these nice things, you look around and go, "Wow, you know, what have I been blessed with to succeed? I was blessed with the ability to breathe. I was blessed with, yeah, just breathing is a good start, but even with the ability to do what I do to make a living. I'm able to drive a car and go make deliveries. I'm able to earn money. I'm able to get a job. I'm able to do anything. These are blessings, and I can be grateful for them, even if it's not a lot. Even if it's just I was able to get a job at a McDonald's so that you can save up, then you'll be okay. And you have to be grateful with that. Matter of fact, I know one lady, single mom, struggling to make ends meet, working at McDonald's, went to night school, got her nursing degree, and is now a nurse and doing great because she was grateful for just having a job at McDonald's so that she could provide for her kid and go to school. I mean, it doesn't take much. So you have to be grateful. And another thing that really helps is you need to be a giver. Look out. Look for other people. Help other people. Again, I come back to this time and time again. If you're in business, you really should be looking at it as how can I help other people? What value can I bring to other people? Can I help people with a product or service? Can I bring value to them? And if I grow my business, can I help feed my family and feed other people's families? If you're outward focused, if you're focused on taking care of other people and you're focused on caring for other people and giving to other people, you really don't leave any room for a sense of entitlement because you will feel so blessed and happy and lucky that you'll go and you'll help other people with these. Matter of fact, that's one thing they say about level 5 leaders. They feel so lucky and so blessed, and they were just lucky to have succeeded because they don't feel entitled, they feel blessed, they feel lucky, and they're givers and they're humble. So entitlement is pretty much the opposite of everything that makes you successful. So if you're feeling a little bit entitled, if you're feeling like you deserve this because you're just special and and you just start feeling like, well, or you had something bad happen and you feel like, well, I deserve this because this happened or whatever. The answer is no, you don't. And you really need to maybe look back and catch yourself if you start getting this attitude. Go, wait, is this attitude actually helping me? Or does it hold you back? You go, well, maybe I don't really deserve this stuff. And if I don't deserve it, how can I go earn it? You'll start earning it. You'll start working hard. If you start going, okay, what can I do to help other people and start focus on other people? Again, that will remove your sense of entitlement, and it really helps. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, there's this great little book called The Go-Giver, which again is all about giving. The young man in that book starts off with a little bit of an entitled feeling to himself. He feels like he deserves everything he's earned at that point, and he has a very strong sense of entitlement, and he interacts with people with a sense of entitlement, and it backfires. They don't really like it when he comes at them with a sense of, oh, you should do this for me. And that's the other thing. And sense of entitlement can be something as simple as, I scratch your back, now you scratch mine attitude. I'm going to help you out just so you can help me out down the road. That's also a little bit of a sense of entitlement. You did something, now you owe me. And again, these types of people can succeed, but they never quite reach the levels of success as true givers, people who really care about other people, who are outwardly focused. So, if you feel like you're getting entitled, catch yourself doing it. It's easy to fall into. Flip around and look at trying to give to other people and help other people out. And focus on other people, and you make their lives better, and it comes back to bless you. So, yeah, I'll leave it there. Y'all have a great day. Go out, take care of people, find value for people, help other people out, grow your business, and as you do, you're going to help everyone out. You're going to help the economy. You help everyone out. So go do it. Go build your business. Go be great people. You have a great day. Bye-bye.
Remember to get your free half-hour consultation by using our contact page and the links below. If you found value in this content, please give us a 5-star rating on whichever podcast platform you use. It is very helpful if you share this with your friends. If you'd like to directly support this podcast, I have a few donation links in the description, or you can check out the show sponsors. You have been listening to the O'Connor Bootstrap podcast, which is an Atheoz Business Solutions podcast. Our companion podcast, the Atheoz Business Podcast, which is hosted by Jason St. Clair. Our past episodes and related blogs, you can check out our website at www.atheoz.com, which is www.atheoz.com or atheoz.com. Remember, you can also check us out on the O'Connor Bootstrap Podcast Facebook group, where you can interact with me and other people who are bootstrappers and entrepreneurs. The link is in the description. Come check us out. I would love to interact with you. And until next time, I'm your friendly neighborhood entrepreneur, Isaiah O'Connor. See you later.